When you play the Game of Thrones, you
Subscribe and like.
or you die. There is no middle ground.
Alright, hello YouTube, welcome back to the Grease Comics YouTube channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about, will there be a Red Wedding 2.0? Now, the concept of this is going to be that Lady Stoneheart more or less pulls a revenge Red Wedding. There is apparently going to be a wedding between the Freys and Lannisters, and this would be the perfect opportunity. It would make a lot of sense with how the information we've been given and all that. But before we get into the video, if you guys like to like, subscribe, and comment, please do. It helps the channel grow, reach our people that might like this content as well. And let's get into the video. So I think the main idea of where this sprouts is that Lady Stoneheart says something along the lines that she really is not going to stop until all the people that were involved in the Red Wedding are killed. So where this has led a lot of people to kind of theorize is that, well, all these Freys are going to be kind of in the same position. Why not pull out a revenge Red Wedding? It'd be something that would be a huge payoff to the story and kind of Lady Stoneheart's arc as a whole. And there's kind of a lot of evidence to support possibly that being the route. Especially because if we look at the show, right, where Arya gets kind of the revenge Red Wedding type thing, I think that's going to be done, but just with Lady Stoneheart instead. And I think Arya could possibly be involved and be the one to end up killing her mother. But if we look at kind of what's happening right now, how would a group of probably outlaws get into this wedding? Well, we have Brienne going to find Jaime on Lady Stoneheart's request. So instead of killing Jaime, what could possibly happen is that Jaime ends up getting these people into the wedding, which then leads to the slaughter and I wouldn't say extinction of House Frey, because again, there's a ton of Freys everywhere. Like if we even look at the Lannisters already, they're married into the Freys as well. So I think it's gonna be pretty hard to completely eliminate the Frey line, but I think a bulk majority of the Freys are going to die at this Revenge Red Wedding. And a lot of you have always asked me, do you think it's going to happen? I think it is bound to happen, because if we look at a lot of the major plots that have to happen leading into A Dream of Spring, there can't be this much warring going on. There has to be some unification, right? And I've talked about things like the North, right? The North can't be under Bolton rule by the end of Winds with Winter. Or maybe the Boltons like escape or something, but like for the most part, the North has to be in either Stark control or like Manderley control or Stannis' control. They have to be somewhat unified, or else the story is just not going to make any sense. Whereas the others are just going to come over and just destroy everyone because no one's unified. And I think it makes more sense if you were going to go that route to have everybody kind of band together, but it was too late and the others kind of came over. So I think for me, it makes sense for the Riverlands to get rid of the Freys and just put the Tullys back in power, whether that's through Edmure, whether that's through the Blackfish, through Sansa, whatever, right? I think it all kind of starts with this event. And we've kind of been building towards this for, a book now, really, where all these Freys are getting hanged. All this information is being gathered about what's going on with the Freys. And we see they can't really catch them. And is that going to bite them in the ass? And it probably ends up happening at this wedding. Why would George kind of bring attention to this wedding if it wasn't for this purpose, right? Because that's my thing. It's like, weddings happen all the time. And this isn't really supposed to be like a major wedding, right? Where it's like you have a major person like, say, Jaime marrying someone. It's like a minor Lannister, a minor Frey. I mean, they're having a marriage. There's going to be all the Freys are going to be there. Like, it's one of those things where it's like George is telling us that, hey, all the Freys are going to be in one location. 2, it's a wedding, which weddings never go well in this world. And 3, it's kind of like if you see Cersei in the end of season 6, where she has kind of all her enemies in one place. That's kind of what Lady Stoneheart is seeing right now. She's seeing red, right? She's like, all these guys are going to be in the same place, huh? We're going to have probably Jaime Lannister in our pocket too, huh? All right. All right. And then if you even want to go a step further, one of my first videos on the channel was talking about how Robb Stark could actually come back to life, which would be kind of like his wolf hat as you see on the screen right now. with his body and just coming back to life that way with the kind of the kiss of fire or whatever, life or whatever. I forget what it's called, but it's the kiss that brings Lady Stoneheart back. Maybe Lady Stoneheart gives that to her son Rob, but he just comes back as like this, and maybe Rob becomes like the Night King or something like that. There's been a lot of theories alongside of that. I don't think it's very likely, but I think it's a very extremely interesting theory. It would be awesome because personally, my theory is Stannis is going to become the Night King, just based upon he's a king. He fits a lot of the criteria of like the blue eyes and stuff like that. And then also, I think his story is going to end with him trying to defend the North and buying the rest of the North time to kind of retreat to the neck. I think Stannis is going to become the Night King, but Rob just being this dude with a wolf head, just walking around, would be crazy, right? That'd be super crazy. I don't think it's going that route because I think it makes more sense for Arya to meet her mother and see what she's become and kind of give her the mother's mercy because she has like that, mercy thing going on, and that's kind of what her like name was or whatever. But I think that would be really cool if Arya kind of reverts her path of revenge and killing and brutal stuff after seeing what her mother became. I think it's a very fitting end to Lady Stoneheart and a fitting end to all this. I do think the Freys are fucked either way. I think the Freys are done for. But in all, I do think the Red Wedding 2.0 is going to happen. But thank you guys all for watching. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think the Red Wedding is going to happen? Do you think it's not going to happen? What do you think is going to be the fate of House Frey? But thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.
If you think this has a happy ending, you haven't been paying attention.